Hi, I am Uncle Bob, and this is my first game review. The story goes like this. You have a piece of land, build a farm that will make your neighbor jealous. Signed, your loving uncle. And that's it for the plot. There's nothing else here. No side quests, no events, nothing. The lack of story doesn't particularly bother me, not in this type of game, so I give it an average rating of 3 out of 5. The game Mr. Farmboy is about building and automating production and trade on our farm. I would describe this game as an idle game, or at least it should be tagged as such on Steam. Because over time we play it less and more is done automatically. Overall, I think the idea is okay, it just lacks content, but it's a game made by one person, which allows me to look at it more favorably. Progress in the game. We start by collecting stones from the field and cutting down a few trees. Then we plant wheat and wait for the harvest. Next, we build a house where we sell goods to people who come to our island via the bridge. With the money we earn, we plant tomatoes, wait for them to grow, sell them, and plant more expensive vegetables. This pattern repeats through the game. Once we have earned enough cash, we can build a house and hire a farmer to plant vegetables for us. To complete the farm automation cycle, we can also hire a person to harvest the crops and take them to the warehouse, and another person to carry the vegetables to the market to ensure continuous sales. The last, fourth type of person we can hire is an explorer. He sets off across the bridge and returns with wood or stones, the raw materials needed to build more houses. Explorers are essential because, unfortunately, there is no option to plant trees here. So once we cut them all, we will be left without wood. The situation is the same with stones. Once we collect them all, we will have a barren field until the end of the world, and they will never respawn. Keeping animals doesn't make much sense, except for pigs, which produce manure which is needed later to plant the most expensive vegetables. Control is very simple. There are 3 buttons: open the construction menu, action button, a button to show game progress. Unfortunately, when I was playing, it was not possible to assign keys freely. Other than that, it was okay, again an average rating, no tragedy, but it could be better, 4 out of 5. Interface is very simple. There is no backpack here. Everything we pick up goes to the general inventory pool of our farm and is displayed in the upper right corner. The progress and construction windows are as simple as possible. A single color rectangle with icons. 2 out of 5. The graphics are pixel art style, simple and pleasing to the eye, although, in my opinion, the textures of the grass and soil are a little too sterile and could use a delicate touch with some details such as blades of grass. The rest of the elements, such as characters and crops, are cool. 4 out of 5. Music is okay. It fits the whole thing and gives the game a relaxing tone. I didn't feel the need to mute it and turn on something else in the background. 4 out of 5. Sound effects. The ones that are there are fine. There aren't many sounds in the game itself. The animals are quiet. There is no sound of footsteps on different terrains. And there are no ambient sounds. In addition, the sound of progress is slightly annoying, definitely too loud. 2 out of 5. Content. Well, this is a big problem. Unfortunately, this game has almost no content. After 2 hours of playing, expanding the village and automating everything, all that's left to do is wait for the watermelons to grow, then wait for them to sell. Unfortunately, there are no decorative items, benches, lamps, fountains, statues, bushes, or anything else to beautify our farm. The only thing we can do is put up a fence, which unfortunately caused an increase in stupidity among the people, who couldn't get to the field to plant new vegetables. 1 out of 5. The game itself is very good. I really like games that involve automation and building a village or farms, but there isn't much content at the moment. It could turn out to be a real gem in the future. I spent 2.5 hours playing the game. It was a pleasant experience. At the end, it was nice to watch the little people running around the screen and the farm bustling with life. The game is more of everything right now, but it's a solid foundation on which the author can add more and more layers. creator has shared his plans for development, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed because I'd love to come back to the game and build the village from the scratch. My overall rating is only 2 out of 5. You can play it if you like idle games and automation and you're not put off by the 2 hours of content. That's all, and see you in the future.